Hi, my name is Eugenia Hernandez. The most important part of any investigation is the evidence. The evidence collected, no matter how big or small, can determine the outcome of a case. This being said, how evidence is handled at a crime scene is of the utmost importance. Evidence at a crime scene is conducted in 7 steps, follows a collection process, and is aware of cross-contamination precautions. According to ForensicSciencesSimplified.com, there are 7 steps when conducting a crime scene investigation. The first step is to establish scene dimensions and safety and health hazards. Investigators usually locate a focal point of the scene in order to easily condense the area. Safety is a very important part of the initial approach to the scene. Weapons, biohazards, chemical hazards, and even traps could be waiting for responders. The second step is to establish security. According to Lecard's exchange principle, every person who enters and exits a scene will add or subtract material from the crime scene. The scene is surrounded with yellow crime scene tape, and usually one entryway is chosen for crime scene personnel to enter and exit. The third step is to plan, communicate, and coordinate. Before the collection of any evidence, the investigator must have a theory of what kind of crime was committed. Knowing the type of crime can help determine what kind of evidence you'll be looking for at the scene. The fourth step is to conduct a primary survey or walkthrough. You need to prioritize the evidence by taking notes and photographs of the scene in order to see what is the most valuable. The fifth step is to document and process the scene. The sixth step is to conduct a secondary review or walkthrough. The scene must be thoroughly searched, and then for the seventh step, you must record and preserve the evidence, which will be entered into an inventory log, which is created by the investigating officer. In George Shiro's article, Collection and Preservation of Evidence, he states that there is a process that is followed when collecting the evidence. First, collect evidence by its importance. Shiro states to start with the most fragile and easily lost evidence. To consider objects or evidence that needs to be moved, and also to photograph any evidence that can be hidden from sight. According to the evidence type, there are different ways of storing evidence. Moist items will be collected in paper containers such as packets, envelopes, and bags. Liquid items must be transported in non-breakable, leak-proof containers. Arson evidence must be collected in airtight, clean metal cans. Large quantities of dry powder is collected and stored in plastic bags. According to George Shiro, there are 13 types of evidence that can be collected at a scene. Fingerprints, which is displayed here. Bite marks, broken fingernails, question documents, blood and body fluids, firearms and tool marks, shoe prints, tire tracks, fracture matches, hair, fibers, paint, and gloss. And as shown in this picture here, they're putting fibers in a paper container. When collecting evidence, it is absolutely necessary to take precautions preventing cross-contamination. Moist and wet evidence is collected in plastic containers and transported to an evidence-receiving area. Once in a secure location, the evidence is removed and allowed to be completely air-dried, then repackaged in new dry paper evidence. Shiro states that under no circumstances should evidence containing moisture be packaged in plastic or paper container for more than 2 hours. Moisture allows the growth of microorganisms which can destroy or alter evidence. Items that can be cross-contaminated must be separately packaged. Each container should be closed and secured to prevent the mixture of evidence during transportation. Each container should have the collecting person's initials, the date and time it was completed, a complete description of the evidence and where it was found, and the investigating agency's name and file number. In conclusion, there are many aspects to handling the evidence in a crime scene investigation. The evidence in an investigation can be crucial to solving a case. Because of its importance, evidence in a crime scene should be handled with the utmost care and consideration. A crime scene investigation is conducted with the 7 steps, with a collection process, and must take precautions to avoid cross-contamination. This is the process by which evidence is handled at a crime scene in order to ensure the best possible results when conducting an investigation. Thank you.